Yes, I am back so soon. I literally walked out of the room that I'm streaming in, and then a new tornado warning got issued. And the rotation with it is actually pretty impressive here near New Cambria along Highway 36. If you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is in Missouri. This is in north central slash northeastern Missouri here. This is for portions of Sheridan, Randolph, and Macon counties. So if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, this is your area rotation near New Cambria here. This could actively be producing a tornado. This is actually some pretty strong rotation here. Again, I'm already live again. So, here we go. I should have just stayed live. I really shouldn't have ended it as soon as the tornado warning expired. But, that's what I did. I decided to do a goofy move. I really didn't think we were going to get a new tornado warning that fast. But yeah, here we are back again with this new tornado warning here for the New Cambria area. It's near Kern, and it's going to be heading towards Berryville, Caseyville, Lagonda, Wayne, Bynumville, and College Mound over the next several minutes. So if you're in any of those towns that I just mentioned, you need to be seeking shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor of a building in an interior room. No confirmation that this is on the ground yet, but again, this is a pretty strong area of rotation near New Cambria, crossing over Highway 36 as we speak. So, again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter. This area is a little bit more populated than what we were talking about back over in Illinois, so we gotta, focus in a little bit more here. Let's check the actual population of this warning polygon here. Sorry, I'm trying to load it. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Kansas for baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. Or it's not new, but it's been upgraded. So this is now a destructive storm. Train weather spotters reported baseball-sized hail south of Flush at 7:30. If you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter. Baseball-sized hail. Anyway, tornado warning. This new tornado warning only has about 1,100 people. Or one in Illinois actually probably was a little bit more populated than that. Probably quite a bit more, actually. I didn't realize this area was so rural. Yeah, our tornado warning in Illinois actually had more people. It was for about 2,900 people. This one's for about 1,200. So, we keep getting new severe thunderstorm warnings out the wazoo here. This new one here in Kansas is an extension for our baseball-sized hailstorm. So if you're in Wamego, St. Mary's, Newbury, or Waubonsee, your emergency alert system is more than likely going off. You guys need to be taking shelter immediately in Emmett and Wamego, however you pronounce that. Back over to our tornado warning storm near New Cambria. Again, this is continuing to rotate here. Holy cow. Okay, this is a very strong area of rotation. If this produces a tornado, this is going to be very strong if this is not already producing a tornado. We have a very strong area of rotation near New Cambria, and this could be a tornado on the ground. This is really strong. If you're in this area, again, you need to be running to your tornado safe spot. This is west of New Cambria, southwest of New Cambria. Yeah, this is really strong rotation. This is almost certainly on the ground. I would actually be shocked if that's not a tornado on the ground. Yeah, this has got to be a tornado on the ground, guys. This is just too strong a rotation not to be. That is the strongest rotation we've seen all day by far. Like, not even close. That is huge. That is a very strong area of rotation. If this is on the ground, then this is a very strong tornado. I'm just updating the stream title right now because there's no way that's not on the ground. Absolutely no way. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we may have a strong tornado on the ground near New Cambria, Missouri. This is really strong. Even if we don't have a strong tornado, this is an incredibly strong pocket of winds here. South of Highway 36. Again, this is by far the strongest rotation we've seen all day, maybe even all week. This is really strong. Other than maybe our tornado in Minnesota yesterday, I'd say this is even stronger than that, though, if this is on the ground. Jeez Louise. We also have another area of rotation out here near Shelbyville. I feel like we mentioned that last stream, but I don't remember. Okay. This newest velocity scan is a little less impressive with the velocities. But still, I mean, this is really strong. I mean, just 2 scans ago here, we were talking about 113 mile per hour winds against 67 mile per hour winds. So that would have been about 180 mile per hour gate-to-gate shear. Now, granted, we are looking super duper high up into the atmosphere here because of our distance from the radar site, but that was really scary there for a second. And now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for golf bowl-sized hail, 70 mile per hour damaging wind gusts, and a possible tornado for parts of north central Missouri like Jacksonville. If you're in this warning, you need to be seeking shelter. A lot of this area, though, is already under the tornado warning. But from Grantsville back all the way down towards Cairo and Levick Mill, you need to be seeking shelter all the way down to Milton. Very dangerous storm here. And again, if this is a tornado, this is really strong. And again, this area of rotation near Shelbyville is nothing to play around with either. Again, this is already a 70 mile per hour wind warning for this area. So if you're in this area, you should be seeking shelter. Not only are there 70 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail, but we might have a tornado there as well. This is really strong. It's a little weaker now, but still, this is some pretty impressive rotation near New Cambria. It got really strong for a second, though. It got really scary. Let me go and downgrade the stream title, though, because now I'm not super convinced that there's a tornado. So again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter in New Cambria, Berryville, and College Mound. This is a very dangerous storm that could actively be producing a tornado south of New Cambria now. Again, this is your area of rotation here. If we have a tornado, it'll be south of Highway 36, southwest of New Cambria, near State Highway P. And this is not good. Again, this is a really strong area of rotation. I cannot believe how strong that was a few radar scans ago. I mean, just all of a sudden, it just popped off. Okay, yeah, it's much weaker now. Alright. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Woodford, Tazewell, and McLean counties in Illinois. This is for areas in between Bloomington and Peoria. This does include downtown Bloomington. So if you're in this area, make sure that you are moving indoors. This is for the threat of quarter-sized hail and some 60 mile per hour damaging wind gusts. Okay. So, back to our tornado warning storm in Missouri here. Again, we are continuing to see very impressive velocities with this. Not as impressive as earlier, but still some pretty strong rotation there. Again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. We have very strong rotation south of New Cambria. And again, I don't want to ignore folks over towards Shelbyville. This is also a really strong rotation right over Oakdale. And we may have a tornado here, so hopefully this gets a tornado warning. This is really strong rotation here. Pretty high gate-to-gate shear there. Um, Now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Macon, Randolph. No, that's not the one. Clark, Comanche, Meade, Kiowa, Ford, Edwards, Pratt, and Barber counties, Missouri or Kansas. That's a huge list. Hello, Jeremiah. Sorry, that was really loud. This is for the threats of quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for the Greensburg area. So if you're in this area, you need to be moving indoors. This is for Greensburg southward here towards the Ashland region. So let's go back to our tornado warning storm here. Again, south of New Cambria, we've got some pretty impressive rotation with this. We could be talking about a potential tornado here. Alrighty. So, it's looking like to me what's happening here is now this storm is, the rotation has moved over to here. This pocket of winds that's going towards the radar is meeting this pocket of winds that goes away from the radar. And we may have something up here as well, closer to St. Catherine. But yeah, near Lingo, this is some impressive rotation. North of Highway 36. So you need to be seeking shelter in anywhere in this warning, because this rotation keeps bouncing around. But back over to our storm near Shelbyville. Right over Oakdale there. That is some pretty impressive rotation. We'll see if they throw a tornado warning out for that whenever they see that. I don't think they've seen that, because at the very least, they'd surely put a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag on it. But they have not, so I don't think they've seen it yet. So whenever they see it, we'll see if they go tornado warning, tornado possible, whatever. But it doesn't matter. This storm is already producing 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds, and again, a possible tornado, and also a ton of lightning. So if you're in this area, you should be taking shelter. We're also seeing some quarter-sized hail with that storm. So... Alright, so our rotation with our tornado warning storm is now going to be located south of New Cambria, along Highway 36 here most likely. Not much else to say other than that. Let's check up on our baseball-sized hailstorm here in Kansas. Not seeing anything too crazy, but again, it is a confirmed report of baseball-sized hail, so you should be taking that seriously and taking shelter out here in Louisville and Wamego. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts are occurring with this storm, so make sure that you're getting indoors, away from windows, and on the lowest floor of a building in an interior room. Big-time hailstorm there. Yeah, so... our rotation here is much less defined and impressive than it was earlier. I was really scared earlier that we were going to have a big-time tornado touchdown, but it's not looking like that anymore. Look at all these wind damage reports, by the way, from the Indiana-Michigan state line here. It's just because there's a lot of structures out here and a lot of people out here to report these. But that's in the South Bend area. So, again, we're continuing to watch this storm here in between Peoria and Bloomington in Illinois. It's going to ride Interstate 74, producing more 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts and quarter-sized hail as it approaches Eureka, as well as Congerville, Carlock, Danvers, Woodruff, Goodfield, all those areas on the northwestern side of Bloomington as well. So let's go back over here to our tornado warning storm. Yeah, the rotation with this is much less impressive now than it was earlier anyway. Trying to spot any new areas of rotation here. Seeing if I'm going to have to go live again as soon as I end stream. This time. Alrighty. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are watching a tornado-warned storm for New Cambria, Missouri. If you're in New Cambria or Kern, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. On the lowest floor of the building, away from windows, and in an interior room. Got this cluster of storms here in northwest Indiana that's going to dump a lot of heavy rain around Monticello, Fowler, Logansport, and Rensselaer. Again, if you're not aware, we had a tornado northeast of Macomb, Illinois, just last stream, just about 20 minutes ago. No, but it was about 47 minutes ago that the tornado report was sent in from southwest of Bushnell. It'll actually be interesting to look at it from this radar because it's completely broken. I don't even know like what this is. If we click on it, what do the details say? I don't say anything. Okay. I don't know what the blue means. If you guys know, let me know, please. That's the only blue radar site in the entire country. I genuinely have no idea what it means. But it's definitely not normal radar data. But, I mean, it was showing the storms on reflectivity. We could have looked at the reflectivity of it to see those storms, at least, but I didn't think about it. But yeah, there's where your tornado was, southwest of Bushnell. You can definitely obviously see it there. But what if we look at the CC? What does it look like? Is it going to show a debris ball? No. That's not normal radar data either. So it's good to know. Okay, anyway. Continuing to see this rotation here in New Cambria. You need to stay in shelter anywhere in this warning polygon, really. Because the rotation is kind of hard to see exactly where it's at because of our distance from the radar site. We've also got a new area of rotation here west of Buckland, southwest of Buckland. We'll have to watch that. It's over Highway 36 right now. But that's all I can tell you about that. It's not super strong, it doesn't look like, but we don't really know because the radar site is, again, pretty far away. As I said last stream, once you get more than 50 miles away from a radar site, all the data you get gets pretty iffy. We're talking about 100 miles away from this radar site is where we're getting our data from, so it's not the best. Definitely not 100% accurate stuff there. But it's the best we can do until they fix the horrible radar hole out here in northern Missouri and southern Iowa. By the way, look at all these hail reports from, again, what started off as an itty-bitty rain shower around 2 p.m. in Iowa. Look at it. That little rain shower that was out there is still producing severe thunderstorms all the way into parts of central and northern Illinois. Like, that's insane. How long that lasted. Also, I see you. Little sneaky area of rotation near Woodson. I see you. May have some sort of rotation near Spear. Yeah, that rotation near Clements now is something that we'll have to watch. It's not necessarily enough to produce a tornado quite yet, but it's something that we'll watch here. It's not super strong, but it may turn into something super strong, so we'll watch it. Don't worry. But again, our main focus right now is on Missouri with our tornado, I keep saying tornado so fast, our tornado warning in the north central portion of the state here. Tornado warning remains in effect until 8 p.m. for northwestern Chariton, northwestern Randolph, and southwestern Macon counties. Northeastern Chariton, not northwestern. At 7:51 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles southwest of Callao, whatever, or 12 miles east of Merceline, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Impact. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe City and Rawls and Monroe counties in effect for the next hour and 6 minutes here in Missouri. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. If you're in that area, make sure that you're moving indoors. Got a wind damage report here from our storm approaching Bloomington. This storm downed a power line outside of Peoria near Groveland. And again, those kind of winds are going to continue off to the east here as this storm approaches Bloomington. If anything, they're getting stronger. So, we'll watch that for sure. But again, our main focus right now is our tornado warning storm. I thought I heard the tornado warning sound going off, but I didn't. Sometimes that happens, you know. Let's see. While we're in a calmer period of weather, let's take a look at our tropical friend that the GFS has been showing us for a while now. And I'm not talking about Invest 90L. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm also not talking about Invest 91L. But we might as well take a look at those. Invest 90L here, not really going to do much most likely. As it exits Florida, other than continue to produce some heavy rainfall. Invest 91L may do something, but the main show, right, is going to be towards the end of June, where I don't know if it's still showing it or not. It's not showing it super strongly, but you can definitely tell this is a surge of tropical moisture out here. And look at that, you can see the eye. It's showing some sort of tropical cyclone slamming into the New Orleans area. So I'll have to watch that. New severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for Geary, Dickinson, Riley, and Clay counties, Kansas. And we have another new severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri for lime-sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, and a possible tornado for Lynn, Sheridan, and Macon counties. So if you're in that area still, even if you're past the tornadic part of the storm, like in New Cambria, you need to be getting in your shelter still, because this is still a destructive storm. What's happening? What's happening is we got a tornado warning here in Missouri. We had a tornado just a little bit ago in Illinois. And we're continuing to watch these storms as they head southeastward in the Illinois-Missouri area. And then also we're watching our cluster of storms in Kansas pretty closely. But the Illinois-Missouri storms are going to be problematic because they're a little bit more discreet. So they're going to have that potential to produce a couple of tornadoes like this one here did. That was near Bushnell. And then this one also does near New Cambria. Again, this rotation near New Cambria was extremely concerning for a little bit. I really thought we were going to get a strong tornado. This isn't wind, but you guys saw it earlier. And now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for risks for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get into that in a second. Marshall, Woodford, Stark, Tazewell, and Peoria counties in central Illinois. So we'll have to watch out for that. Check out our rotation here near Clements. Alright, it's dead. That's good. But yeah, tomorrow's outlook, we still have a slight risk of severe weather for parts of the plains. Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Wyoming. And then we also have a slight risk across parts of New England. So we'll be live here a couple times tomorrow, I'm sure. Those are both 2 out of 5 risks. We may see an upgrade to a 3 out of 5 risk for the plains. It's debatable. If it does happen, it'll be for some large hailstones, most likely. Alright, our tornado warning here expires in 2 minutes, so we'll see if they reissue it. But at this point, the rotation is much weaker than when the warning got issued. But I'll tell you what, this is looking concerning. We got a new area of rotation near Marceline. Marceline, however you pronounce that. If you're in this area, you should be in your shelter anyway, because this is a lime-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour windstorm. But we may see another development of rotation here, and in fact, it looks like we already are, northeast of Marceline. Now, luckily, Storm Chaser Vince Welty is literally right here. He's got 300 people watching him right now on the Radar Omega app alone. Look at that storm. But yeah, that's going to be pretty dangerous there. Northeast of Marceline. Again, you'd be taking shelter anyway, but that's a pretty dangerous looking area of rotation there. So, we'll watch that pretty closely. None of our Kansas storms have really rotated at all today, and we weren't really expecting them to. If you look at the SPC's outlook, you can see that the tornado threat was nowhere near Kansas. Actually, there was a tornado threat for Kansas. I was wrong. They had a 2% for northeast Kansas, but that never really played out. And the only tornado we've had was out here in Illinois. And alright, our tornado warning has expired now. I guess both the tornado warnings have been in the 5% risk today. Good for the SPC. But anyway, the tornado warning has expired in Missouri, but we do have a new tornado warning now for Marceline for this new area of rotation here, as I mentioned. So again, if you're in this area now, you need to be seeking shelter. This goes all the way out towards Prairie Hill. Seek shelter immediately. This is a new area of rotation here. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Marceline, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour at 7:59 p.m. This is going to be approaching Muscle Fork, however you pronounce that. Very strong rotation here. And a possible tornado. We'll know if we get a tornado out of this, because Vince Welty's right here, but... So, a live look from Storm Chaser Vince Welty. What is that?
Alright, folks, we're going to go live in the app right
it's
now.
It's a big ol' SLC.
Live in the app only. We've got a tornado warning in effect.
I hope that's an SLC. It's definitely not touching the ground, but is that a funnel?
Yeah, we are going to go live in the app.
I think it's just an SLC.
Live in the app and see the storm.net, folks. We're not on YouTube right now, so I don't have a chat or anything. Bear with me here. Trying to get us in position without getting smoked by hail. We have a large rotating wall cloud in vicinity.
Alright. Chase County, Kansas, new severe warning. Shawnee, Waubonsee, Jackson, and Pottawatomie counties, Kansas. New severe thunderstorm warning as well. We have another new severe thunderstorm warning for Rolls and Monroe. No, wait. It's for Livingston, Woodford, and McLean counties, Illinois. That is for quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's an extension for our Bloomington storm here. It goes out to, towards Chenoa, Lexington, and Colfax. So look, if you're in that area, make sure that you are moving indoors once again. I thought it said it included Livingston, but I guess it doesn't. No, it does. Livingston, McLean, and Woodford. But then here it says McLean, Marshall, and Woodford. What the heck? That's so weird. No, look at this, though. Wait, is it a different warning? What is it? Is it talking about this? I don't get it. Okay, cool on. I think it's because it clips Livingston County, but the thing is, it doesn't even mention Marshall County on this. Instead, it just says Livingston. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, back out here to our tornado warned storm near Marceline. Nasty rotation. Holy cow, dude. We're losing Vince. Alright. Very strong rotation here. Over State Highway WW. Man, this is dangerous. Alright. Look at this mess of polygons up here. Good Brandon Kopic's feed, dude.
All right, bro, you're yelling at us on a PA.
It's Corey Gherkin. Never mind. Is it gonna work? Nope. This is Nathan Moore from Storm Chaser IRL. Alright. Anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, so our rotation near Marceline is pretty concerning. We just got a new Storm Prediction Center update to their outlook here. Go ahead and bring that up on your screen. Break that all down. It doesn't look like they changed that much. They're keeping the enhanced risk for Illinois, Missouri, and Kansas. Rotation near Marceline is pretty concerning. The tornado risk is still 5% for parts of Missouri. The damaging wind risk is still a 30% hatch for parts of Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois, and the hail threat is still a 30% hatched as well for parts of Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois. So they shrunk the enhanced risk a little bit. They made it a little bit shorter in terms of, like, it doesn't include Iowa anymore. And then they also disconnected it from the risk in Michigan. They cut off part of that risk and just left it at a marginal risk in Michigan for parts of the northeast portion of the state and east central portions of the state. Which is an interesting move because I've looked at the HRRR several times. We have a few viewers out here in Michigan that keep asking what's going to go on. I've looked at the HRRR a few times and it's not showing too much. I doubt these are going to become severe. At best, they're going to become strong. Maybe this does become severe. I guess I have not looked at it this run yet because the HRRR updates every hour. I haven't looked at the past few runs, but I guess they've been suggesting this idea of some more discrete supercells, so that makes sense why they keep the marginal risk, I guess. But, I mean, I've been looking. I hadn't seen much for the past few runs, so I was a little confused there. Jeez, dude, we're going to be watching supercells as intense as what we have now all the way to, like, midnight, dude. Now, that is not me saying you're going to catch me here live at midnight. You're probably not going to, but I'm just saying it's going to be here. This outbreak is not stopping anytime soon. For any of you folks out there, I know there have been people saying on social media that this event's underperforming. I mean, it's not even over yet. How can you say that it underperformed whenever it's not even over yet?
We expect to, though. We had good rotation on radar.
Alright. So, here's your rotation southeast of Marceline. Less impressive now. Even Vince is saying it's less impressive now. I think that's what he was saying. So yeah, technically it was two different streams, but I mean we've been live for over an hour straight if you count the two together. So it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm a little tired, but we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. I don't think it's the one for Chase County, Kansas. No, it's not. I don't see it flashing. Oh, there it is. This is for Ottawa County, Kansas. Vine Creek, Wells, Minneapolis, Bennington, half dollar sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It says it's radar indicated, but as of 6 minutes ago, this did produce quarter-sized hail, so it's basically confirmed. They just condensed that tornado warning for some reason, but they didn't really change anything about it other than the speed that it was moving at. I think it was like 30 before, or 25. Now it's 20. But very minimal change. So we're going to end off the live stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. This area rotation's dying on this tornado warning. Our destructive severe thunderstorm warning expires in 5 minutes, and they're continuing it as a considerable one. So we really don't have much to be watching right now, so I'm going to end off the stream here. This is probably going to be the last one of the night, guys, unless we get something serious, like a tornado on the ground, or, another destructive severe thunderstorm warning or something. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been pretty active, and I'll see you guys in the next one.